Hello, everyone. You're listening to the Socially Desi Show, the podcast that motivates you to live, create, and inspire. If this is your first time here, welcome. On our show, we discuss tips and strategies with our guest speakers on how to tackle problems related to personal growth, mental health, relationships, business and entrepreneurship, and health and fitness. So hit that subscribe button and go check out our website at sociallydesi.com for more of such content. Today, I'm joined by Pranav Sharma. He is the co-founder of the brand Awsum. Awsum is India's first functional chocolate brand made from using the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda. Awsum chocolates are made to immensely help the urban working millennials deal with their modern day lifestyle disorders, especially during this pandemic. With that, I welcome Pranav. Hi, Pranav. Welcome to the Socially Desi Show.
Hey Anurag, thanks a lot for having me here on your podcast. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine, Pranav. Thank you so much for being here. And to our audience, Pranav, who are not aware about you, why don't you tell us a bit about your professional journey so far?
Yeah, so I've been into the entrepreneurial phase for almost all around six odd years now, and this is my second venture. Before starting Awesome, I was working on another brand by the name of Postic, which was into healthy mid-meal snacking, and me and my co-founder Kritik, we started that brand together. We worked there for some time, and then we've now moved on to start this new brand. I come from a commerce background.
Okay.
I've done my chartered accountancy, and I was working with Grant Thornton during my articles. So like while you're doing chartered accountancy, you have to mandatorily do a three years of internship, with a CA firm. So I got a chance to work with Grant Thornton India, which is a very which gave me a lot of perspective, and I got a chance to learn a lot there. And post that, again, me and Kritik, we have always been of an opinion that we try and educate ourselves a lot, and like I have taken up a course post that in retail strategic retail management from ISP Hyderabad, and I've also taken up a course in food technology, from NIFTM, which is a food technology institute based out in Sonipat. So yeah, that's pretty much about my educational qualification and a bit of a professional journey. So yeah.
Wonderful journey. You have been an entrepreneur before, and this is your second venture. So, what was the inspiration behind the brand Awesome?
Yeah, so what happened, Anurag, last year, when the pandemic hit us for the first time, and the lockdowns were imposed, we all were restricted to our houses, we all were, and again, we had to stay at our home. And again, initially, the first few weeks, they were quite refreshing, coming from an entrepreneur's mind, again, it was very refreshing for us because, again, we were working for almost 7 days a week, and, we got some good time off. We were enjoying that. But somehow at a later stage, that actually started building upon us, and we become very restless, and personally, me and Kritik, we were chatting, we were constantly in touch with each other, and initially it was a good time sitting and enjoying at home, but gradually it started hitting us badly, and with Kritik, he even started getting some anxiety attacks, and he became a bit more anxious. And with me, I was actually struggling, to sleep well, and my sleep quality actually degraded a lot. I was finding it hard to sleep on time. My sleep quality was very poor, and the next day on, when I was getting up, and then the next day, I used to feel very tired. So that was a point again, which me and Kritik were constantly in touch. So we could actually discuss that, hey, this is the problem we are facing. We don't really have nothing like much to do. So, and again, when we were talking to our friends and colleagues also, these were similar problems which a lot of our other friends and colleagues were also facing. They were also finding it hard to sleep, and again, the sleep quality degrading, and they also were somehow anxious and bit of stressed also. So that's when we thought that this is something which is going to now build on so these kind of lifestyle disorders like stress, anxiety, depression, then daytime lethargy, and sleep deprivation. These are some things which now are going to become very common. And when we
Right.
researched, we found out that in the Western countries these were common lifestyle disorders, because of the
Mm.
fact that the kind of lifestyle these people lead, they are hyper connected with their digital devices, and similar was a thing which was coming in India also now, and the lockdown actually aggravated these kind of problems a lot. So we thought that let's do something about this, and if we can actually come up with some kind of solutions to work around these. And at the similar time, if you remember, one of very famous Bollywood star also, he also passed away, and people out of a sudden, all the media and everyone on social media, they started talking about mental health care and
Yeah.
stress, anxiety, depression, what depression can do to your body. So yeah, people actually started coming out, and they started talking about the mental well-being. So I think that was also a good trigger point. It gave us a good trigger point, to
Hmm.
start, and then again we could actually think about that. This going further. Like people are becoming more and more aware about mental well-being and health, and the whole concept of self-care was actually evolving. People were actually doing small things, small things at their own to lead a healthy lifestyle. And as I always say that it took a whole pandemic for to make us realize, the Indians realize the importance of having a good immunity, right?
Right.
So yeah, these were a couple of the trigger points, which made us realize that hey, we need to do something about it. If we can, come up with some kind of creative solutions to address these kind of lifestyle disorders, it will be great. And again, me and Kritik having a food and nutrition background, having worked in a food and nutrition startup, we thought let's try and solve it through food. So that's when we started reading and researching about how we can solve it through food, and that's when we came across Ayurveda, and we started read about it, that what Ayurveda actually has prescribed
Hmm.
medications and formulations to deal with these kind of problems. And again, in the broader sense also, Ayurveda is more it's concerned about the way a person should lead a life, right? So that actually really excited us a lot. And we thought that if we can actually harness the nature's power, which is our ancient age old wisdom, if we can harness the nature's power and maybe combine it with food, and create an exciting solutions to deal with these problems, that can be great. That's how we decided. And then we started researching and working on the concept and idea. And then chocolate came along our way. We
Hmm.
realized that chocolate is a very exciting it's a very exciting delivery format of a product, and it actually excites everybody, right, across the ages, be it
Right.
be it kids or grown ups, everyone likes
Hmm.
eating chocolates. So yeah, that's how we thought that it'd be good if we can actually combine the chocolate and infuse it with Ayurvedic herbs to create solutions, for people to deal with these kind of lifestyle disorders. It'll be great. So yeah, that's how it all started, and then there were multiple iterations, which we had to do to
Hmm.
come up with the final product. Yeah, and that's how. Yeah, so it took us a good good 10 months to finalize the product, and we have very recently launched our product range in the market. So it's almost around 2 months now that we are out in the market, and yeah, the response has been really good. People have
So
really
that's
shown some
interesting.
appreciation. Yeah.
It's really interesting because blending chocolates with health and finding a niche in an overcrowded segment like chocolates in the FMCG market. It's really interesting and difficult, I would say. So how were you able to figure this out? Finding these kind of innovations in a crowded FMCG market.
Yeah, see, honestly speaking, I've been a chocolate lover. I really like
Hmm.
eating chocolate, and as I mentioned, when we talk about chocolate again, especially in India, it's the most consumed confectionery product in India. There are
Hmm.
industry reports which suggest and states that almost around 60% of Indians are consuming it daily. So that speaks volume about the acceptance of chocolate as a product. People like consuming it. So we were very confident, that And again, there were a couple of other trends also, which showed us that dark chocolate especially was getting a good acceptance in Indian market.
Hmm. Hmm.
People were getting more and more aware about the benefits, health benefits of dark chocolate, and consuming dark chocolates. So yeah, these points actually gave us some good insight, and we thought that it would be good if we can work with a product like chocolate. And currently the market of like the product like a chocolate, in an FMCG space definitely is very crowded. But yeah, what we are trying to do, so our product is as we say, it lies somewhere at an intersection of two key sectors. So one is FMCG chocolate space, and another
Hmm.
one is a nutraceutical, Ayurvedic nutraceutical sector, right? So our
Okay.
product is very well placed at intersection of these two. So it's not essentially a chocolate per se, because again, chocolate, the essential utility which you derive from a chocolate, is indulgence, right? It's a
Hmm.
food, you like eating it and indulging in chocolate. But our
Yeah.
chocolates, these are the chocolates with functions, right? So that's why we say, these are functional chocolates. So these are therapeutic functional chocolates. So somehow, we were able to demarcate our own territory, very well, and define our space pretty well. That it's not a exact chocolate per se, but yeah, it's a functional chocolate. And again, we are very confident that this as a space, as a segment, is bound to show good growth in coming years, because more and more people are again moving. There have been also trends that state that more and more people are also now moving away from the normal milk chocolates, which are
Right.
available in the market, towards the healthier
Right.
variant of dark chocolates. So yeah, these
Hmm.
products can be really exciting for them. So yeah, that was the whole idea of coming up with chocolate as a product. And moreover, I mean, also want to add on one more point. If you
Hmm.
talk about Ayurveda as a medical science, as a medical practice, so
Hmm.
Ayurvedic herbs are always like Ayurveda always prescribes to eat the herbs, or the supplementation has to
Right.
always be done with a fat, right? It has to be done with a fat. Then only will the nutrients or the herbs get assimilated properly in the body, right? And the Western medication also, the doctors also prescribe. So you must have noticed that if a doctor prescribes you a supplement or a multivitamin, they always advise you to eat it just post you have consumed your meal, or either in between the meal, so
Hmm.
that your body is able to assimilate it well. So again, chocolate being a real whole food, if you are able to infuse it and blend it with herbs, the assimilation of the nutrients become very good, very well. So yeah, that was the whole idea of coming up with this kind of a product.
And Pranav, you also spoke about a few common lifestyle disorders in the millennials, right? And like you said, in the West, this is something which is very common, and it's widely accepted. So, what are the ways that people can really manage their lifestyle better in these unprecedented times?
Yeah, so if you look at the lifestyles which currently today urban millennial, working millennial, so to say, or a Gen Z person is leading, it was very fast paced life. So we are living on timelines. We are working on fixed timelines, and again, that is actually having a big toll on our body. And again, I also feel somehow that the digital devices that we are using also has a big role to play in that. So that was a common point which we noted. That in the Western countries, though although people were very much hyper connected, and they were connected with a lot of people, through their social media maybe, but
Hmm.
they were struggling from things like a depression or anxiety, which was very strange. And somehow that also came in India also. And again, this was not something which was prevalent in India, right? So India, like if you go back, say 10 years, 10 years back, people hardly used to suffer from these kind of problems here in India. No one used to either have problems sleeping on time, or people especially the 90s, or the 80s kid or 90s kids. Yeah, we have grown up playing out in the streets, and again our lifestyles were different. We used to walk a lot. Now people are taking cabs, and they're using like the metros and all. So again, our lifestyle have actually altered a lot and changed a lot. So these are the things that has actually led to problems, like sleep deprivation, anxiety, stress. People feel fatigued because of the fact that they're not able to sleep well. They are very much stressed. They feel fatigued also. And these kind of problems, if we look at in the larger spectrum, these are the problems that actually go on to take shape of becoming bigger chronic diseases. And these are the problems that actually build up and become going forward. Which takes the shape of, say, a cancer or a heart disorder,
Right.
right? So
Right.
these are some of the things which if they are early signs, I would say these are early body's responses, which we need to understand, and we need to listen to our body. And if we are
Mm-hmm.
able to listen to them and take care of it, I think we can actually lead a good lifestyle. And one more interesting thing which I actually came across was that there are studies which now say that the life expectancy of an individual is now increasing, as we progress, as the medical science is progressing, the life expectancy is actually increasing, by
Mm-hmm.
at least a year or year, right? But again, the quality of life is somehow deteriorating, right? So
Right.
once a person is actually moving into a age group of, say, 60, 65 above,
Mm-hmm.
he's actually just dealing with his medicines. Yeah,
Right.
he's
Right.
visiting doctors. He's dealing with a lot of medical problems. So we need to just understand that when we are in an age group of say 25, 30 to 40 odd years, that's the time when we need to take care of our body, because that actually sets I would say a stage for the next coming 40 years. So be
Mm-hmm.
it in terms of nourishment, eating right kind of food, or be it leading a healthy lifestyle, right? So these kind of changes are required, and we need to actually listen to our body, because body definitely raises these kind of emergency alarms, which we somehow
Mm-hmm.
tend to miss, due to our fast-paced life. So if we are able to listen to our body's responses and these kind of alarms, I think we'll be able to take corrective measures, and maybe uh, save ourselves from suffering from these kind of chronic diseases.
True, true. I completely agree with that. And managing a good lifestyle is essential right from the early stages of your life. I mean, if you wait till you are 45 or 50 to start managing your life better, I think that'll be too late for you, right?
Exactly, because I mean that's what I told you, that that's what I also feel, that the age which is like 20 to 30 is a good
Hmm.
time to set yourself, like set a stage for yourself for next 20 years. And once you turn 60, that is again a time to again work on your body, work on your mindset, again with a different goal there,
Correct.
to set your set a stage for again the next 20 years. So again we need to think from that perspective. So say if you are 20-year-old, you should actually work around on your body's physique, right? You should work around gaining more of muscle mass, maybe developing some good muscles and good quality muscles, getting those endurance and strength. And again, then once you are hitting that age group of, say, 40, then that's the time when you should actually think about your mental well-being, mental health, and again spiritual health to a certain extent also, and emotional health. So yeah, the
True.
goals change with the year, but again, you need to take care of the body.
So true. So true. And to everyone listening out there, Awesome has been gracious enough to sponsor a giveaway for all the socially desi audience out there. So, guys, the giveaway is of the trial pack that Awesome has. They have all their four products they have released. So, these will be given to five lucky winners of the giveaway. As you all know, it's very simple. All you have to do is visit our giveaway page. The links will be in the show notes below and apply for the giveaway. You guys know the drill. But I would like Pranav to actually tell us about what the package is and what all does it contain.
Yeah, so the trial pack actually contains four chocolates, which are the four
Hmm.
variants which we are currently selling. So the four variants currently are, it's a sleep chocolate. The first is a sleep chocolate. It's a
Hmm.
chocolate that helps you sleep well. It induces sleep in your body. So if someone is struggling falling asleep in time, or if he or she is having issues with the sleep quality, they can actually consume this chocolate. It acts as a perfect dessert option also, post or dinner. You can have
Hmm.
one cube, and you are set for the night. Secondly, is second of our product is an energy chocolate, which is a daily energy chocolate. So, it
Okay.
happens during the daytime that you feel lethargic and you need a pick me up kind of a thing. And generally at that time we reach up to consume energy drinks. So, this is
Hmm.
a product which gives you very gives you the similar utility,
Okay.
minus the excess sugar. So again, it gives you it helps you restore your concentration and focus back, and you can then maybe continue work. If you are feeling lethargic or fatigued. Third is a stress chocolate. We call it goodbye stress. So someone
Okay.
who's feeling anxious or who's feeling stressed out, he can actually eat that chocolate, and that chocolate actually calms your mind and body. So again, chocolate essentially also has been considered a stress buster. But we have tried adding and infusing a couple of Ayurvedic herbs, that have a track record, proven track record of taking the body into that calming and soothing space and zone. So yeah, you can consume that chocolate. And the last one is an active immunity chocolate. So it has
Okay.
all the essential herbs, infused in it, which are prescribed in Ayurveda to actually enhance and build the body's immune response. Fighting with a lot of infections and strengthening the body's immune system. Yeah. So these are the four chocolates currently, and again, the trial pack has one of these each in it. So people can actually try the product.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, guys, right from helping you with your immunity to managing your stress to giving you daily energy and to help you sleep, I think it's a complete package. And this is a giveaway for 5 lucky winners. So don't forget to check us out. The links are in the show notes below, as well as the links for Awsum.life will also be in the show notes below. Do check them out. There are other packages as well. If you're interested, you can go and check them out. But one question before we end today's episode, Pranav, is that a lot of people think that these kind of products can be very addictive. You can get addicted to them, right? Or this can form some sort of a habit, and you may get these kind of side effects. Are there any sort of these problems with the product?
Not really, Anurag. If you look at our products also, these are all natural products.
Hmm.
The ingredients, and even the chocolate which you are using, it's a natural product. It's a real food. So
Hmm.
again, as a brand, we again what our belief is that and how our products work. We somehow we believe we have a strong belief that body has its own healing power, right? So our
Correct.
products just act as a trigger, and actually puts you in that state of mind. So, our if you say if I talk about say a sleep chocolate, so our sleep chocolate is not a chocolate that will put you into that sleep. It will just induce the
Mm-hmm.
sleep in your body. So if someone doesn't want to sleep at that time, he won't be able to sleep. But our chocolate will just put you into that stage where body will start giving you signals that hey, now's the time to sleep. So if you fall into that body's response, you'll have a good sleep. But if you don't fall into that and you don't take note of that body signal, you won't be able to sleep also. So it's again a very non-addictive product. There is no side effects also, because everything which you are using is plant-based and natural. So as such there are no side effects, or it's again non-habit forming also. That's why we are
Wonderful.
selling single serves only. We are not selling a 30-day pack or a 21-day
Hmm.
pack. It's a single serve product, because we feel that body just needs to be again just need to be put into that right stage of mind, state of mind. And once that is there, your body can actually take care of itself very well.
True, true. But are there any plans to introduce bigger packages?
Not really, because again, as I mentioned, with the existing range of products, we don't really want to come up with any subscription plan or something of that sort. But yeah, we are working on a couple of other functional chocolates, which will be catering to different needs, when we talk about
Okay.
lifestyle disorders. So yeah, we are working on those aspects, and we are also trying to work on specific products for specific age groups also. So we are planning to have a product that is specific to females, or maybe having a specific product for males, and similar is the case for the kids as well. So yeah, very soon we'll be rolling out a couple of other variants, and yeah, hopefully they should be out in the market by say September.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's great news. So, guys, I hope you got the answers. And if you have any other confusions, feel free to reach us out, and we'll also, help you to get in touch with Awesome if you have any questions for them and for Pranav as well. With that, Pranav, I thank you again for being on the Socially Desi show. It has been a lovely interacting with you on the show today.
Thanks a lot, Anurag. It was pleasure talking with you, and it was really nice, discussing my journey and again about the product. Thanks a lot.
So that wraps it up for today, folks. If you liked the episode, give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let's go viral. Remember, our weekly podcast features episodes on personal growth, mental health, relationships, business and entrepreneurship, and health and fitness. We would love to have Pranav on our show again in the future to talk more about the awesome world of awesome. So if you haven't yet done so, hit that subscribe button and go check out our website at sociallydesi.com. And as always, before I sign off, remember, life is black and white and everything in between.